Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy Smith's Adventures with Mixed Media, and I've already been playing gesso all over my hands, but I'm going to get more gesso on my hands. So basically I have just grabbed a pile of pieces out of my ephemera to be finished. It's just a lot of random pieces, and I'm going to just kind of add little bits of, I don't know, I'm going to do whatever I want to do with them, but mostly I'm in the mood to just throw paint and gesso on stuff. So so that's what I'm doing. And so I thought I would bring you along. This is just a gel plate front of an envelope. That's not, no one's knocking at your door. That's me trying to get gesso out of my thing, which has like 5-year-old gesso in it, so there's goopy bits. The goopy bits brought to you by 5-year-old gesso. Use your stuff. And this is my reminder to you to use your stuff. It does not last forever. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of just get a little gesso on here. There's a little bit of pieces that could use a little something there. What I might do is spray that or collage on it. One or the other. I don't know yet. I'm just, what's this piece? So this is an index card. Probably become like a little double journal card because it has been folded. And so somebody could write in there, and I could just leave it as it is, or I could do a little bit of something else on it to make it more better. Alright. Even do just a little bit on the inside just to push back those lines a little bit. It was an index card that also has some pattern on it, which is kind of nice. This is why I have gesso all over my hands. So you can kind of see the circles that are in there. So I don't necessarily need to totally cover it up, but if I do, it's okay too. It's no big deal. And then I have like big pieces that I didn't love that I cut down, and I don't necessarily love them still. I mean, they might look cool with something on them or not. So, you know, scrape a little gesso on there, and that'll dry a little bit more transparent than that. These pieces I actually dyed the one side to be written on, and then I was going to collage on this side, but then why not use the dyed side too, because it's really pretty. I mean, it's pretty as it is, but you know, why not do more? Like, yeah, like this one is to write on, so I think I might just go ahead and collage. I'm just picking one up and doing what it is. Actually, I'm going to go through and grab the ones that I want to do some gesso on. And then the ones that I want to collage on, I'll put in a pile to do while the gesso is, the brown ones, that one's fine. Alright, that's all ones that I want to collage on. This is a little base for it's a paperclip, hidden paperclip base. Just needs a focal point probably, but you know. A little, whatchamacallit base. These are just more bases that could be, well, yeah, these are all ones to collage on. Oh my goodness, Darcy, just do some collaging. Do you guys do that? Do you have like all these bases in your stuff that would be easy to do something with if you would just do something with it? But they just sit there being unfinished because, I don't know, because there's so many it gets overwhelming. I mean, I suppose some of these I could just put in my shop as they are, huh? And other people might have fun with, you know, where that is just grungy. There we go, nice and grungy. Apparently I dyed a bunch of these little, this is me knocking. It's just the gesso. I gotta kind of tap it. So yeah, gesso is just my first layer, and yes, we get a little bit of my palette's not totally clean, so then I get stuff from that. It's just paint. I know it looks disgusting, but it is really just paint. Almost looks plaid now, though. You never know what you're gonna get. Just, these were dyed with like, I don't know, they're green. I think it was tea and turned the tea green somehow. And this one is on watercolor paper. Just needs a little bit more, even if it was just a little stenciling. This one, don't love it. It definitely needs some stuff. Somebody else might be like, no, it's perfect as it is. Sorry, not sorry. This one Also, that thing in the middle is kind of cool, but it might get covered up anyway if I put a focal point. You don't have to put focal points on stuff, though. You could totally just mix media it up and just have it look cool. Like, that looks cool as it is. I just gotta add to it. It just needs more. See, these were just bigger pieces that I cut down. They're on, like, this is on pretty thick. I think it might be on Bristol board. I don't even know. But I got a lot in here. That one's just shiny. Let's push back the shine. Shine's not bad, but I am a person who will take away the shine and then add shine back in, because that's just, I'm an enigma. I don't make any sense. I say one thing and do another thing. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. And this, I love it as it is, but I haven't used it. It's been sitting in there forever and ever, amen. So let's just do something with it to get it. Whoops. My goodness, quite the pile over here. Quite the pile. This one also a little on the shiny side, just needs to be trimmed around the edges. It is on cardstock, I think. That's the thing, is a lot of these were like on cardstock, so they didn't really get collage. Doesn't mean I couldn't do a little collage on them. This one, it's just a background, so let's just add a little bit to it. This one, watercolor, probably inks, which means, you know, when I put the gesso on, the inks, that's me knocking, no one's at your door. Any globbers in that one? Nope, it's not too bad. Okay. Just kind of lightly, just to get some variation of something in there. Little loopy loops. Push them into the background a little bit. Add a little something on there. This one is a very orangey. Maybe that's why. I mean, I like orange and I like blue, but it was a little much, I guess. That can just have this one. Oh, that's an envelope. But I think, I don't know, well, no, it's just, I'm trying to think of why I haven't used these. This one might have been next to one that went through a back, and it might just be that the back didn't have anything on it. Might be why I never did anything with it. I don't know. I was trying to say, you can see the pattern from probably, I had another one probably next to this that I had put through my embosser, dry embosser. I mean, that just needs a B on it, basically. I don't know. These already have gesso on it, so apparently I've done something like this before. Not followed through with finishing. Let's see. I don't mind if some of the words show, but you know. Alright, and that has a back, so this is just cool. Just need it. Probably a little, that could probably go in my ocean journal. Potentially. Whoops, and this one just was ink, and I'm just going to add more. So just adding more. I have a big pile here. Alright, I'm going to go through and gesso on more of these, and then I will come back and do the next steps, because how much of this do you need to see? This is just, well, because otherwise this will end up as a really like 2-hour-long video, and do you want that? I don't know. I really need to know. Do you want that? Like, tell me these things, because I don't know if you don't tell me. Not everybody does. I know that. So I could say, do you want that? And some people would be like, yes, and other people would be like, no. So, you know, it's going to be what I decide, I guess, in the end. It's just all it's going to be. There's even little book pages in here. Those are in the wrong place. That's not where they belong. This was from way back. Actually, kind of like that as it is. I don't know that I want to do much to it other than, I do know what I want to do with that one. Just want to add my stamp. Not my stamp. It is Ephemera Studio stamp. But I think it will be just the right thing right here. Oh, now it's got gesso on the back, but the back is okay. That's got gesso all over it. Don't use that, lady. Oh, goodness. Dropping stuff. Dropping stuff. I could pause during all this kerfuffling. But no, why would I do that? I was going to pause to do gesso, but I can't pause to do this kerfuffling. Alright, Now I get gesso on the back, but that's fine. That's scrungy on the back. So see, now that one's pretty much done. It could just go into a journal now, right? But it was in the to finish later, as is this. See, this one's kind of cool. I don't know. Of course, I guess for this, you do want to see like how they all started. So you can yell at me later and say, I like that one before you added to it. It's fine, it's fine. That was more than I really wanted to add to that one. And that's okay. I mean, you can just go through and take some off before it's dry. Now, I think this was like inks, magicals, I don't know. No, brushes is what I have. I don't have magicals. But it's some kind of something that's probably water soluble that will move with wet. So using the paper towel to spread it was probably not the best idea. There's more. Oh, I don't love this one. That one I was trying to do a resist, and I think I was using, I don't know, I think I was like using this to draw with. I don't remember. But it needs, I want to just push that into the background. That's all. That's what I'm doing right now, is my backgrounds are going back into the background more. Because why not? Because then I can add more. If they're more in the background, I can add more. I can add more. And swirls are nice and everything, but I don't know. And they're in my to finish box, so they're getting something. Or they're going in the finished box. What else? I grabbed an awfully big pile, didn't I? And you can see I have a very varied style. Eclectic. I'm very eclectic. This one, I don't know what I was trying to do on there, but it's got some interesting stuff on it. That, I do not like it. Now another one I didn't like, I just kind of like did some doodling on it, but I don't think that's going to work with this one so much. Let's just push it into the background more. I mean, it's fine. I haven't tried putting the focal point on it to see if I would like it, but this one I do like. It's also shiny. This is me banging the stupid gesso to get it out, but not too much out. Also, the edges of this are a little bit on the plain side, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes you want plain. I'm not good with plain. I just want to push this into the background a little bit and maybe add more, I don't know, more colors, more something. More grunge. I don't know. This one, I mean, I guess that's pretty much done. I don't know. It's so shiny and perfect. Maybe that's what I don't like about some of these. Too perfect. That is stencil butter on there. I could go ahead and throw some inks in the middle of it. We'll see. Let's see. Index card. I like that we can still see the index card. It is a lot of pink. Not index card, flash card. I like that we can still see the numbers. Plain. That's why I like to do inks on those, because you know you can still see the numbers, which is nice. I know it was good the way it was. I don't know. Just this one. Oh, that was from a file folder, double tag. The colors came out desaturated, just all weird and not a fan. So that one's just gonna get covered. Probably, maybe some, or I could just add even darker inks, and I'd still have the resist there. Let's go ahead and decorate the back a little bit too, because why not? Both sides are likely going to show, so let's not ignore the back. There's a few more left. How are we on time? Oh, 15 minutes? That's not too horrible. Ugh, see, I'm not going to use that the way it is. That was just, I pressed it on the other one that I didn't love, but, you know, let's push it back, way back into the background. We can do whatever we want with ones we don't like, because we don't like them. We can't possibly make them any worse. I'm not a fan. Just going to start from scratch practically on that one. And these ones, yeah, I was doing something with a resist. They were not all winners. I don't love it. I'm sorry if you do. But I have to love what I make and put out there into the world. So this one I do like. I just want to add some more to it. Even though it is quite a bright purple. Just want to grunge it up a little bit. What do we got, like 3 more? Oh, see, these all came from the same spot. From a video I did a while back and then never did much else with them. It just needs a little bit of something. This one is just... It's just paper glued on. So I guess my thing there is it's just a little on the boring side. Just needs, or is that the side? No, that's the side you can write on, I think. If you want to write on it, you don't have to have ephemera that you write on. You could just as easily just decorate both sides of your ephemera. There's no wrong way to do it. Another envelope, and it is bright pink and turquoise. It's all good in the neighborhood. Just gonna put it in the background a little bit. I think I did this one. Well, it's got some inks and some paint, so it probably started out on the gel plate. And it's a little dark on this side for sure, and some olive green, because you know I like some turquoise and olive green. Let's be honest. And I don't mind a straight line, but I also don't mind having a little bit of other stuff on there. I know that was a lot of gesso, but that's okay. Set it on top of those. No, this one was just a side piece, probably is what that probably was. Just needs some mark making and some other stuff. I'm in the mood to just paint with my palette knife today, so that's a lot of what's going to happen. See, I could go through and ink that up more, but no. I'll put something else on there completely. It's just my mood. These tags are subject to my mood at the moment. Oh my goodness. Okay, there was more than 3 here. All right, you know, I think it's gonna be a lot. These are gonna have to go back in the box. There's just too many. All right, this will be the last one for the mixed media-ness of it all. Just push it back. Sometimes color challenges that I do through Makers or Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group and Carrie the Griffiths, Carrie the Crafter, Carrie, I don't always love the turnout just because I don't always love the color combination. And that's what some of these are probably from. All right, let's find the bottom. The first ones we did. Oh no, while those were drying, I was going to go ahead and do some collaging, right? Let me go wash my hands. All right, I am remembering to apply my gloves in a bottle. Some inks it doesn't work quite as well with because they just stain more. And it said put a small amount on, and I got way too much. So I went all the way up my arms, which is good because I usually do end up getting ink all the way up my arms. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so the gesso has been washed off my hands. And now I'm cleaning out the cover so it doesn't get stuck. So I'm getting gesso all over my hands again. But gesso comes off pretty easily. For dried paint, when I wash it off in the sink. But I have like a little strainer in the you know, where you have a stopper. I have a little strainer so that it collects all the dried paint, so the dried paint doesn't go down the sink. And then, you know, just gotta empty that into the trash. Hold on, let me regroup for a second. All right, remember the books that have like the pages that are like saving for collage and whatnot? This is a good time to bring them out. See if there's any finished ones in here that I want. Like this here. These are like pretty much finished. They're very bright. That's okay. So we will use those for collage. Maybe even a couple of these black gesso ones. We've got some bright things. Well, might as well use that. That's got all kinds of, that was me practicing. Well, we can always gesso. Those are brown. Do I want brown? I don't know if I want brown. Got a lot of different things in here. Bright green. I don't think I have a card that big. Maybe that one. See, these are more fussy, more focal points. That. Oh, here we go. So I did do what Carrie did, and I separated like a bigger, what is this called? a bigger book block into like smaller book blocks. In fact, this one could even go a little bit smaller. So, you know, when I'm painting and have excess paint and whatever, I just wipe it in there and then add mark making, which can then be used for collage. This one does not have, this one just has paint. And sometimes I'll go through and just use my 5x7 gel plate and just decorate some pages. They do not have lines on them yet. These, I think this one has mark making in it. Okay. I mean, once they're done, I could just take them out. And they're not all winners. Like, I don't love them all. But it's collage, so it could be used. It could be used in collage and be fun. Like that might be fun with that. All right. So yeah, some of these you can tell were gel plate prints. This is just alcohol markers, so it's really subtle. I don't know if I want subtle. Numbers, X's. What was colors in that? Oh, that purpley color. We got some of that happening. All right, any darker? There's a lot in here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See, these are practically already done. I just need to back them. So let's go ahead and pull those out. See, the grunge is more my métier. What else is in here? Oh, more of this. Yep, I like all these. Okay. Do I have enough? I don't know. I mean, do I have enough faces? It doesn't matter. They're just going to all get on there somehow. I had like misplaced these block books for a while. I put them in a safe place. It was so safe, it was even safe from me. Alright, so this is pretty. Well, if a little bit of gesso gets on these, it's not the end of the world. Alright. And I kind of want to mix these up with some printables and whatnot too. So let me see. Or digitals that I printed that make some printables, right? Some of my scraps, that's what I'm trying to say. Alright, I have gone ahead and I've inked these pieces that are going on top, and I think these will work because we've got the pink up there, got a little bit of, I think that's like a purple, and we've got that in there, so I think this will work. Oh, and I believe this digital is from Tailor Made Journals, and this one is from Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals, both on Etsy. I probably won't link them below because I never remember to, but that is now, it's got a nice back to write on. That is the front. I reserve the right to add or leave it as it is, whether I want to add gesso inks or anything like that, or just leave it as it is. For now, I'm happy with it as it is. It could even be considered finished. And I like the inking. It just kind of gives it a rustic aged look. Oh, I'll ink the outside too. So that is inked with an archival ink, so I don't have to worry about it moving if I add wet media to it. So that one's, I'm considering that one done. Even though it probably could use a focal point, it could also go in the journal as it is. So it'll depend on the journal as to what happens with it. All right, these are, what did I have that could be just plain as it is, right? Just go in a, it could go in a journal. Just, it could be a background as it is. I don't really need to add anything to it, but if I want to kind of calm it down, I can. Like that could potentially work. I'm looking for something and I've already forgot what I'm looking for. Oh, my glue pages. That's what I'm looking for. Glue pages are just book pages to help keep glue off my mat and off of all my stuff. Otherwise, glue would end up everywhere, as it does. Alright, I usually take off some of the edges. This one doesn't show as much. Because I usually like, you know, if it has words, I want it to all have words. And I will usually take off like this side bit that doesn't have any words and use that somewhere else. Usually, not always. Like if it's this dark, it's not as noticeable. So like this kind of background, I would probably do like a white fussy cut that I've drawn. I think would be a fun way to go with that. Kind of like how it really stands out with the dark background when I put a little white hand-drawn image on there. I think this would look cute too, although the red's not quite the same. It might work on another one though. I tried to not turn on the fan, but I had to turn on the fan because I'm having a freaking hot flash. Let's see. Oh, these ones with the yellow in the back, they'd be good with this because it has yellow in it, right? So I'm just going to glue some of these full on. You don't need to watch that, and you'll see what I did in just a second. Okay, I can honestly say I'm pretty happy that all these have fronts to them now. So here they all are. Some of them just want a focal point. Some of them are just going to go in my finished, like these are going in my finished box. If I want to add something to them when I put them in a journal, I can, but for now, I'm going to consider these finished. This one, I don't know, needs a little something, but I'm not sure. This one also I'm going to consider finished. This one still needs something. That one still needs something. This one I'm going to consider finished. This one, I think I'm going to put that on it, but I'm trying to decide if I want to leave it black and white in the back or add some sprays. So until I figure that out. This one I'm going to consider finished, although I wouldn't mind putting a word or something on there, but I'll do that when I put it. This needs something. It's a little bit all over the place. This needs something. That needs something. This one, I think it just needs like a grungy number or something, but that one's pretty much finished. So I'm going to put that in my finished pile. That one, not finished. Not finished. I do know what I want to do on it though. Next, not finished. But you know, next steps. So this one, I just want to bring some of this dark blue over here somewhere. So I've got my dark blue. And I have this stamp from PM Artist Studio, which is a stamp designed by Floral Davies. And I think I'm going to do this on a few that have some blue that I maybe want to. It's not very super noticeable. There, that's better. Barely shows down there. What can I do? I can do this. There we go. It's kind of overlapping, but that's okay. It brings blue to this side of the tag. So now it makes a little bit more sense. Which ones need blue? Or which ones do I want to add blue? Not that I necessarily need them, but I want to add some. I'm not worrying about if the stamp is upside down, upside right. It's just background. This one could use a little bit more blue here and there. That one does not need blue. Oh, this has blue there and there, so I can't tell which way this stamp goes. I don't even know which way this thing is going to go, so just going to put some of that on there to bring some more blue into it. That's teal, that's turquoise. Oh, this needs a little bit of blue down here, maybe. Let's see, that's upside right, that's sideways. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Bring a little bit of blue into that one. This one has blue, but there's not a lot left on this stamp now, so I'm just gonna kind of go in the background on that one. And what about these? Add that to that. Let's see, maybe find another stamp. I mean, we can just use the same stamp on a lot of these. It's fine and everything, but don't have to. I don't usually do a whole stamp, but because it's like a ghost of a ghost of a ghost stamp, it's like super in the background, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Let me find some other stamps that I want to use. Alright, like this one has some teal on it, so I'm going to add some more teal. Just kind of use a... this way. This one? Which way does it go? I don't know. It's my stamp. You'd think I'd know. Just going to put some damask on that one, because why not? Let's see, which one else? Just put a little bit of a damask on that one. A little bit on that one, because why not? What else has a little turquoise in it? Might want a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of it shows there. This has some turquoise on it. Grunge. I'm going to pull out one of my other stamps, damask stamps too. I love my damask stamps. They're fun. There we go. Alright, isn't that pretty? Some other, oh, this one. I'll do a ghost of a ghost of a ghost. And I sometimes like to offset it, so it just looks like I tore it off a piece of wallpaper or whatever. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe I don't. Let me grab some more. And I am using the VersaFine Clear permanent ink for these. I do use turquoise a lot. I don't think I have like a bright stamp for There we go. Just a little bit there and there. Maybe a little bit there, a little bit there, whatever. There's that one. Add some stamping. What else? What else needs a little bit more turquoisey backgrounding? This one has, well, it is pink and brown, and sure, we'll just add a little bit of different stuff. That one, no. This one, turquoise. Especially where there's like white bits on the side there. And even just, oh, that's a little bit crooked. We're not going to worry about it. Even on just that one side. Alright, this is more blue than turquoise. This one could go either way. I'm going to face it towards me. Just kind of do like a feature stripe kind of sort of with the stamp. This one's by Carrie Griffiths. Carrie the Crafter. One of his designs from PM Artist Studio. And it is a fun stamp to use. I'm going to attempt an all over type. Getting the ghost just kind of, there we go. Just an all over background with that one. I'm going to get the ghost of the ghost with this one. Flip it, why not? The numbers kind of like go all different ways. It's fun as a background stamp. That one's, oh my gosh, they are all sticking together. Like, are we surprised? No, we are not surprised. It's been a while since I've looked at these. It's only been a little while for you guys, but for me it's been much longer. Right, some of these need more blue than turquoise. I'm looking for all the ones with turquoise. These are mostly dry. That's more blue. That's more of a purpley blue. These have more turquoise. I wonder if we can like kind of like correct this one. I know where my smaller one is. Like just kind of go over it with this to make it more better maybe. And then it'll just look like the center of, I don't know. I don't know if that helped or not. You know, you can always go over it some more. What else do we have for turquoise? Gonna make this one more of a background. There we go, kind of pushing that background back even more by adding some of the, let's see, these are very plain. Oh, this one, let's see. Just bringing a little bit background. I don't know. Now it's maybe too busy. That's alright. We're not worried about it. We're not going to over stress about it. Man, put a gesso on a gesso. I put gesso on a lot of these, didn't I? Quite a few things happening over here. Alright. So some of these are actually kind of neutral, and I could go ahead and do brown on them even. Brown and blue I like. Gessoing stuff, of course they did. Surprise, surprise or not. Alright, this needs something. It's already got something like this size, so that doesn't really necessarily work. Bringing out some turquoise in it might help, and also, or just something even darker, like even black maybe. Where'd the cover go? Alright, I'm going to pull out some of my Tim Holtz stamps, and I think this Bow Bunny maybe? I don't remember for sure, but let's go ahead and get some script on some things. You know what would help if I used this? It could help a little bit, just because that's kind of hard to hold on to. She says, but then it's got ink all over it, so what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Just use it. It's upside down. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Some people will not go two different directions with their, but it's background. It's not going to be the main. So just, you know, getting some in there. Oh, let's do some on the back too. Oh, it's crooked. Oh, what shall we do? just background. We're not going to worry about it. That's what we're going to do. Let's see. This one is one of my favorites. In fact, my old one, it gotten kind of bent and warped and didn't ink very well because I had done things like get paint on it. So, and then sometimes I will just come in and up in the corner, down in the corner, and it just kind of does that. And then kind of do it a couple more times maybe until there's, you know, not a lot left on there. We're just getting little bits here and there. And this one, oh my goodness, talk about being stuck. This one I'm going to do in the middle because the ink was mostly gone, so I could get away with that. That is one of my favorites, especially for background. Alright, let's do a few more. Let's make a mess with it too, see? Add that one. This one has big circles on it. We'll just add some little circles. See here? I want to add something in there. Yep. And we can also kind of do some up there. Third place, maybe. I don't know. Oh, didn't really. Kind of continued from the other place. This definitely just needs stuff on it. Basically. Just something to hide. See, I'm trying to hide that now, right? Don't know how much hiding is going to happen because that's so light, but that's okay. What about some of this more bold? We see it's right here in front of my face. Okay. Problem I have with these stamps is they're hard for me to put on straight, and I do not like them crooked because I can't. There's like not really like an edge per se because it's got a. It's a It doesn't have like a straight. This is sort of almost straight, I suppose. And because it's like a distress stamp, like you have to re-ink it like every dang time. Every dang time. There we go. What do we have here? Oh, this back's probably going to get, what's the word I want? Probably will get, the back will probably get glued down. Those are the words trying to come out of my face. So yes, right now I do different things different times. Like today, I'm doing more stamping and just using all different stamps. I'm not tied to any. I have all the stamps. I want to use all the stamps. I know a lot of times you will see me using more of the PM Artist Studio stamps, but I mean that's where they sell my design, so can't you see? But fortunately, I work for a company that is okay with you using whatever you want in your stuff, and they're not like you can only use these things. They don't do that. Interesting. Do a few like that. Get more ghosty and ghosty as we go. See? More ghosty. See? And that was a ghost print too, because I had already inked that. I mean, already taken some off a couple times. Super ghosty. Alright, I like this typewritery one too. Typewriter keyboard kind of a thing I also like. And then if it's, you know, too dark, I can always go back in and do some gesso over it. See, I just like it. I don't know, and I like the juxtaposition. That's already got enough on it. The juxtaposition of, like, you know, grunge and damask and letters and all the things. That's got enough on it. That, well, we can do a little black because we've got some black in the middle there. That one's good. That one's good. This one just needs a little something to bring it together. This one, why not? Just really light. What about this one? I know some people would be like, you're doing that on sideways. It's okay because it's background and it barely shows. It's just there a little bit. Alright, what's another one we have here? this cursive writing stuff of the alphabet. The alphabeta. Super just distressed is what that is. Just getting a little bit of distressiness. Okay, what about this one? Is there anything left on here? Not really. A little bit. Ooh, some people are going to be like, no, don't do it sideways. No, you're doing it upside down. No, what are you doing, lady? I'm just making background. And it's so ghosty, you can't even tell what it's doing. It's just there way, way, way in the background. Let's do this one now. We haven't done this one yet. Kind of a bold. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I love you so. Do you were afraid there, weren't you? Ha ha ha. I know both versions. Don't be afraid. I'm very afraid. No, I know that there are people who watch me that appreciate that I don't swear. So I really need to like stop swearing in my personal life so that I don't accidentally swear in here. That would also, you know, probably be smart. There's that one. This one's very light and very, it needs, I don't know what it needs. We're just gonna add stuff. It just needs more. More. Just using what's left on here now. It's just gonna look grungy more than anything on this, I think. Way, way in the background. I don't mind it. This one? Sure, why not? I don't know. Just go right across like that. And a little down there. And a little there. Oops. And get it on our shirt. That's fine. That's dandy. Let's see. Bloopy loops. What would go good with bloopy loops? Maybe Carrie's numbers. We've got, oh, that bright green. We haven't done much with, hold on, is it up here? It's probably up there. Alright, this one is Shady Lane, and I've got a Harlequin stamp here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on a few things here and there. It doesn't usually stand out super, I don't know, it's because of grunge, but a little bit here and there. That's all I'm looking for. So, where do we already have green? That's more teal than green, but you know, it doesn't matter. Get a little in the middle. This one is kind of green. If I could try to get mostly where there's not the well, it's alright if it overlaps a little bit, maybe a little bit here, right there. There we go. Just adding patterns. That is like a greeny turquoisey little things. Look at the back. The back is interesting. Alright, see, now we can see a little bit of that. That's cool. This one, sure, why not? Get the right edges, though. It's going to be a ghost of a ghost. Just adding more pattern. This one, not green. This one, yeah, sure. Just going to put it on there and see what gets picked up. Not a lot. But that is allowed. This one, we're just going to put it down and see what we can pick up. Won't be much. This one too. There's not going to be a lot left on there. See, there wasn't really. This one. See, because it's a ghost of a ghost. Does best on something like that, doesn't it? Well, this. And if there's any left down here. Barely. You barely see it. Just pick up what's left on here. I don't think there is any left. Nope. Ooh, alright, let's do it again because I do want to put some on this one over here. Also, I'm going to do this again. There we go. It's a darker green, so that's just like a little green on green happening there. And just on the edges there. Anything else? Oh, this has some green. Just kind of bring that together there a little bit, and maybe just bring it over here just a tiny bit. What else? Oh, this one too, maybe a little bit. It's got the green. I don't know. Doesn't show a lot. It's alright. It's alright. Anything else with green? That's got a lot on it already. What's this? Oh, that has green. Okay. Let's get a little in that corner if we can. And a little down in that corner if we can. So now we've got nice on there. Let's just pick up some ghostiness on these. Oh, I think this is the side I was supposed to be doing. Oh well. Maybe I'll like one more than the other. A little green on the purple? Sure, why not? See, this has a little bit of green in there along with the... I'm just going to pick up whatever's left. In the middle anyway. Which was just little bits here and there. Let's see. I have a little bit left on here. What do we want to do? Oh, you know what? This might be nice to have a little bit of a pattern in there somewhere. And when I say little, I mean little, because there's not much left on here. But I am rubbering it. So it's really in the background. Almost looks black as the that. All right. So done with that stamp. What next? I don't know. We are just, all right, I'm going to shape some of these and, oh, not yet. I want to ink them a little bit. I think I want to bring in some sprays. Let me make a pile. All right, I'm going to be using spray inks. I've got Vintage Photo here. If you don't have spray inks, you can use your inks. Any water soluble ink will do. You just, you know, you could just do, you know, put your ink on there and then spray water, and then you'll be able to use that to smush, because I'm just smushing. And yes, I realize. And if I don't want it super dark, I can do that and then add some water, which will, you know, dilute that a little bit, and just come in and just smush. Well, that's a little dark, but that's okay. We're just gonna let that be for a minute. And smush some ink on there. It does not have to be brown. It could be any color you like. I'm just starting with brown, and different pages are going to take it differently, and the gesso is going to take it different than the paper. I'm not sure what paper is under there. But smushing is one way, and then also you could just spray it on there. What color? And you might want that to dry before you spray on another color. So there's that. So I'm going to go through and add some brown to a lot of these. Not necessarily all of them, but to a lot of them. And you'll see some of them I added more stamps. Like I've got Eddie's stamp I added to some of these, and I added some other stamps. I'm just going to wet that. Oh, I wet that, and then where the gesso was, I think it kind of did some stuff. And also, here we go. That will dry later and whatnot. But that is interesting. Alright, this is very pink. I don't know how I feel about that. One way to fix that is to use brown, because why not? And let's see, can we get some of that going down in between the turquoise of it all? I don't mind if some pink shows, but it was a lot of pink. I'm just going to set that to the side to dry. Leave some of that pink showing here and there. What's this one? This one's just the brown. Just, I mean, it's just, yeah, if your paper's wet, it will take the ink differently than if it's not. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with a lot of these. And some of them you'll be like, why? And some of them you'll be like, oh, I get it. A lot of them you're going to be like, why? Because the bright shiny is really not my favorite. So there's that. Just take some of that off a little bit. Go ahead and round this one out. How now, brown cow? You don't have to use vintage photo. You can use any color you like. Just want a little bit of smush on that one. Just to see, smush is weird. All right, so that one's like all brown now. I browned it out quite a lot. What am I? Where am I? Where am I? This one, I mean, I know it looks nice as it is. I'm not gonna wet it though. I'm just gonna hold my sprayer up high and just get some sprinkles on it. That one's just gonna get sprinkled. This one, I think this one might just get sprinkled too. Whoops. Along with anything that's beside it, apparently. This one, I think it's just gonna get sprinkled. Same if I was doing splatters. It's just, if I hold my sprayer up high, well, it might make more of a mess than I want, but that's okay. Let's get some of those up a little bit. There we go. Just a sprinkle here and there. This one, yeah, just a sprinkle. Whoops. Not very good at aiming, apparently. This one could use more than a sprinkle. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray that one out. I realize that by doing that, I may lose some of the design in the way back, especially if that one's alright. But I have that stamp, so I can bring it back in. That's all I'm saying. That should just be gesso and paper and whatnot. Throw on a little bit. I don't know. I like it when it does the spray. I like the spray more than the smushing lately. Haven't always. I used to like the smushing. I mean, smushing's okay. Do some more smushing. Spray with water. Spray with ink. Spray more with water because I don't want it super dark. Whoops. And then ink both sides apparently. Have some of the greens still show through would be good. Okay, don't go overboard. Don't go overboard. Just little splatters here and there is fine. There we go. And of course, you know, a lot of this is acrylic ink and acrylic paint, and acrylic paint is not so porous. So there's that. This I would like. That is ink on there. It's water soluble inks. The background. So I don't want it to move too. So I do want to do more of a dip. More of a maybe let it come down the paper. I think it's on like some mixed media paper I don't love. So there's that. Just gonna let it drip. It's dripping, it's dripping. So yeah, that is the step that I'm doing now. Just adding inks, mostly brown, but you know, it's okay. So that looks more orange now because that's what my brain's saying. Alright, this already has brown on it, so I might rather put blue, bring some blue in. My faded jeans is what I wanted. This one I did not water down. Except for I am going to spray it a little bit. Still want some of the brown to show, so, you know, probably should be a little careful with that. What about this pink one? Just a little bit of blue? Why not? Ooh, I like how it did that on the... A little bit of blue on that, a little bit of blue on the turquoise, why not? I'm just using an acrylic plate. You get a little bit of a different look if whether you use an acrylic plate or a plastic mat or whatever. Just add in some blue to this. And then let it dry. And do we want to add a little bit of blue to this one? Maybe. I don't know. It's already got some blue on there. We'll just little blotches here and there. This one, I don't know. It's got... There we go. Just grunge it up with some blue. This one, just want to... What is this? Faded jeans. That's what I want. There, just a little bit of blue. A little bit of blue on that one. Little faded jeans. We already have blue on here with the stamping, but that's okay. Add a little bit more. Whoops, that was... I didn't want to spray it there. That's more like how I wanted to spray it. Now it's going to be purple. Because that's what happens. Pink and whatchamacallit turn... What was this? Oh, this had a lot of brown on it. We'll just... Little faded jeans on there. What else? Just spray a little water. Let it move around. Do its thing. This needs something. It doesn't have to be... It can be... We've got like, oh, there's a little bit of orange in there. Let's open the wild honey. Alright, got some wild honey. I'm going to spray a little bit of water on there and a little bit of the wild honey. And let it dry. Let it dry, let it dry. Add a little bit of orange to that. Well, it's not orange. It's what? It's yellow. It's a yellowy orange. Sure, why not? This. Maybe even a mix. Ooh, actually I like what that's doing. Just gonna spray and smush and see what happens. Oh, this one I was thinking about putting the poppy on, right? And the poppy's red. It's alright, we can make it more yellow and the red should pop a little bit. Got Eddie's stamp in the background there too. It'll dry later. Sure, why not? Just... I'm like trying to pick it up like it's a gel plate, but it's not a gel plate. It's acrylic plate and it's hard, not hard. I know. Words. Alright, just gonna smush that around. What else could use yellow-ish? I mean, maybe not. We'll see how it looks in the end. Blue and yellow, I'm a fan of. That one had some, well, I added brown to it before, right? And it's got blue. It's got some of this burgundy-ish type pink in there. I do have aged mahogany. Do we want to go there? Maybe more of a spray than a dip, but... Pink it out a little bit, or at least let it spread out a little bit more so it looks a little bit less bloody. Alright, and that brought that color down there, was the hope for that. This has already got some pink and orange in it, why not a little bit? Let's hope it doesn't look too bloody when it dries. Anything else we want to bloodify? Not really what we're doing, but let's see. I mean, it's more pink down there. Let's just spray. Spray and dip with red. That makes sense. It hopefully will look more pink. I mean, I know it's not pink because it's... Well, this is lumberjack plaid, so it's, I thought it was aged mahogany, but it's lumberjack plaid, so it's much, it's, more, we'll see how it dries. Like on this brown one, let's add, when it's wet, it looks like blood. We'll see what it looks like when it's dry. I'm going to take that chance. Take a chance on me. Do. Just trying to just get some color moved around on there, and it's this one is on file folder, So that affects it. I kind of wanted to kind of boost up the colors I have in the background, which I think was like probably Festive Berries and this one. Okay, gonna let that dry. But when you do it on the manila folder, it really pushes it, yellows it out a little bit, so it's not quite as bright as it could be. Let's do some of that. Maybe get some of that on there. Just go crazy with it. I like red and teal. I know I'm gonna get purple, but that's okay. Gotta use it up now. We don't want to waste it, so we're just gonna pick it up. Our lumberjack plaid. I am gonna want to do some Christmas colors pretty soon. All right, a little bit of red with that. Sure, why not? Just gonna spread it out a little bit. Can't remember what's under there. Oh, we have some teal in the. Add some more teal to that. Is there anything we want to kind of smush on top of it a little bit? And this is how I get my weird random stuff, is I just play, and that's the fun of it. All right, so it's already out over an hour, so this will have to be part 1. I am going to continue with sprays off camera, and then when I come back, see, that one probably doesn't need much, but where's my, not old paper, antique linen, I think. I just want to, I don't know if that's what I wanted or not. Kind of wanted to brown it out a little bit, I guess. That white, where the white, oh, you can see the flower more now. That went, I was saying goodbye, wasn't I? Bye. I'll be back to do like the, I'll be back in the next video for like focal points and stuff like that. I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you.